is an education approach where you combine science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics as an access point for engaging students in inquiry, dialogue, and critical thinking. So that's to give everybody a starting point. So we're going to kick off and ask our panelists to talk about what kind of benefits have you seen through teaching the STEAM topics together.
Great. I'll kick us off with kind of my experience with STEAM to start with. So, you know, I have taught both preschool all the way up to middle and high school. And what I've seen using science, technology, engineering, art, and math is that it's a way to teach students about how the world is interconnected. You know, science melding in with technology, art and engineering coming in. And so all of that in the way that our world is also interconnected. It also helps teach students to think critically, innovatively, and creatively. And one of my favorite parts too is that I love when kids are curious and excited. And I feel like teaching under the umbrella of STEAM is a way to really make sure your students are curious. Because you're seeing that if you're combining, for example, math, your students that excel and are excited about math are plugged into your STEAM project in the same way your students that love art and creativity, technology, and science, they're all coming to the table. So I'm going to pull briefly from an experience when I was a nature school teacher, and teaching STEAM topics was really an incredible way to teach my students about seasonality. And we would go out into our school food garden, and the 3 to 5-year-olds would explore, see what we had growing, from radishes to turnips, beautiful pollinating plants like zinnias and marigolds, okra, and they would just explore and be curious about what was happening. At the same time, I would lead little mini lessons around seasonality to kind of apply what they're learning and what they're curious about and expand their knowledge of growing school food with different activities. Some were more focused on science, some were more art. And it was just a really great way to really pull everything together about seasonality. I've also seen some other great examples of using STEAM together. So if you're thinking about, you know, today's agriculture, so much of that is both science and technology together. Right now, our farmers are using incredible technology like robots and aerial images and GPS technology. So great way to pull those two subjects together. What about art and engineering? I have seen some beautiful beehive like observation panels out in school food gardens as a great way to talk about designing, building, and also pollination. And lastly, a really easy and quick way to combine many of these STEAM subjects is square foot gardening, when you're combining math, like area and perimeter, to planting. And I've even seen great art projects as a result of a patchwork garden or a patchwork quilt afterwards. So many great ways to engage with students using STEAM, and really the benefit being that it helps students think creatively, critically, innovatively, and understand how our world is all connected.